Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Ben, and I am here with Vic LLC. And today we are going to be doing a short video on how to perform initial inspections for bed bugs. The intent of this is to give everyone sort of an overview as to what to expect if they're having a professional pest control person come in and inspect for bed bugs if they suspect that they have them. This is also some tips and tricks you can use yourself when traveling in hotel rooms, or if you're staying with friends or family, anything like that. A few basics, some ideas about some bed bug behavior, so we can sort of guess at where it is they might be, where they tend to congregate, and what they tend to do when they get there. I am performing this inspection in a bedroom in my own home today, so I'm going to be very embarrassed if I actually find any bugs today, but here we go. So I have some help today. So helping us out today, I've got Indigo, I've got Keely. There she is. Hi. And then there goes Hopper. So they might be popping in from time to time, which is totally fine. This initial inspection is sort of designed to work around people who are living in their homes. It is useful to have the client nearby so that I can have a conversation with them. What are you seeing? Where are you seeing it? When are you seeing it? You know, what sort of things are happening around your home? So for those of us who are in the industry, having pets, working around them, as long as they are, you know, reasonably well behaved, like mine are, kind of, sometimes. That's something that a pest control professional will be able to work around without too much of an issue. So we're going to talk a little bit about equipment here. There we go. So, gloves. I'm not intending to be applying any product today, so short sleeves. No need for personal protective equipment, but I am going to be touching places where people sleep and hang out and that kind of stuff, and also going to need a flashlight. Bed bugs can be difficult to see under lots of different circumstances, so having a flashlight can be a big help. Okay, so we've got the bed here. Next to the bed, we've got a nightstand, baseboard, dirty clothes hamper, dresser. Now, you'll notice I haven't done a lot to straighten the place up, and that is ideal, at least for inspections. Bed bugs, they tend to get pretty nervous around a lot of movement. And when bed bugs get nervous, they tend to move away from the places that they are and into more secluded, more difficult to find sort of places. So major disruptions can tend to spread them around and move them around. And again, this initial inspection is designed to sort of confirm if bed bugs are present, to gather evidence of a bed bug infestation. We can determine levels of infestation and possible treatment protocols once we have actually determined that bed bugs are in fact present. So that being said, so again, a little bit of clutter, a little bit of stuff around, not a big deal. Definitely need to make sure that your inspector has access to beds, dressers, stuff like that. So if you have a extreme amount of clutter or a very large amount of clutter or something like that, make sure that your inspector has access to be able to move stuff around, take sheets off, flip mattresses, that sort of stuff, in order to perform a reasonably in-depth inspection. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Now, bed bugs, they have some innate evolutionary characteristics that give them advantages when doing what it is that they do. Their instincts are to hide, and their instincts are to reproduce rather prolifically. So with both those things in mind, where they tend to gather are places that are pretty out of the way. They also tend to try to find places that they can sort of nestle into, if that makes sense. So it's fairly rare that you'll see them, you know, sort of in this area here, which is very exposed, but it's more likely that when present, you'll find them here in this piping or mattress seam or tuft, as I believe it's called in the pest control industry. So just pull out a flashlight. That's a little bright. There we go. And we're just, you know, doing a quick inspection, seeing if I see anything out of the ordinary here in the piping. Which I'm not. What I'm looking for, very specifically, is I'm looking for small black dots, which could be bedbug fecal. I'm looking for yellowish, orangish oval or teardrop shapes, which can be a bedbug's shed skin as they grow. They need to molt out of their skin, and they leave that skin behind. And it has sort of a yellowish, orangish color to it, and is teardrop or oval in shape. And of course, the bugs themselves, which tend to be, when they're an adult, they are roughly the size, color, and shape of an apple seed. So when I'm doing an inspection, I'm really I'm going for pattern recognition more than anything else. So I'm sort of trying to take the entire area in visually, looking for black spots, yellow to orange teardrops, or that dark reddish brown bugs themselves in places where they are known to congregate. So as we can see, here, and I'll get close with you. Okay, so that is something, if you can see it. Let's see here. There we go. That spot right there is something that would cause possible concern. So, small, black, circular, sure. It's not any of the colors of a bug, so don't have to worry about that, but could theoretically be fecal. Now, bedbug fecal, it sticks and tends to dry as it goes. So, real easy way to test to see if it's fecal is to wipe it away. And if it wipes away fairly easily, then it's lint, which is good. Great, no bug. So the bugs, they do feed on a person's head and neck and arms and stuff like that. So the first place you want to look is the head of the bed. Head of the bed. Other places you can look, I've got a outlet in there, which, you know, bed bugs will certainly invade outlets in order to make their harborage. I'm Another place I'm going to look here is going to be in this nightstand. So we're going to have to get down real low, and we're going to look sort of under this lip. Okay, see, now we're starting to see a lot of those black spots like I was talking about earlier. I don't think the light's helping very much. Anyway, so let's see if I can, there we go. So got these black spots. Now, I happen to know this would definitely, if I were doing this inspection blind, this would definitely cause me some concern, but I happen to know that that is just the grain, the finish of this particular nightstand. So it's not something that I'm particularly worried about. Also, this white speck here could cause me some concern because that resembles a bedbug egg. But once again, bedbug eggs, like their feces, tends to be very sticky, so it wipes off very easily. So can be fairly confident that it's not a bedbug egg. And just really getting into these sort of like nooks and crannies. Back. And, you know, just so it's said, bedbugs and their eggs are visible to the naked eye, the human eye, even mine, that are a little bit compromised. They're not microscopic or anything like that. Microscopic organisms that live in your bed are dust mites, which is a different thing. Okay, so with this initial inspection, you know, I'd already be pretty confident in telling my client that, hey, you know, I'm not seeing any evidence of bugs or anything like that, but I do want to go just a little bit deeper and get the mattress lifted up. So we can check this zipper line here, another favorite place for the bed bugs to want to congregate at. Not seeing anything, not seeing anything. This very black fabric here would make it very difficult to see any bedbug feces or anything like that. But the shed skins or cat skins would show up pretty, you know, you can see this right here. That's just a, you know, flake, some variety. But roughly the same size and color of a bedbug skin. We're also, again, looking at the head of the mattress. This part of the mattress here was up against this wall here, so it would make for a wonderful harbor spot for the bugs. So again, just sort of skimming along this piping along the mattress seam here. Looks clear. Oop. Again, fluff. Yeah, so, you know, at this point, I would be having a conversation with my client about, okay, so you brought me in, you called me to be here. You clearly have some suspicions that you have bugs. So take me through maybe what you've done since having the suspicion that you have bugs. If, for instance, they use some sort of over-the-counter insecticide, that those particular products have been shown to be pretty ineffective. Essential oils tend to be ineffective, at least as far as eliminating bed bugs. What they can do is they can irritate the bugs and get them away from where you sleep, the bed, or at least where they are initially inhabiting, which can provide some, granted, can provide some temporary relief for people who are suffering with bed bugs. I get that. They're getting bit a lot less. But it means that the bugs are moving into, or possibly moving into, strange spaces. So if I'm talking to the client and they're telling me, yeah, I picked up some, I'll not go over into any brand names here, but some over-the-counter products, and I put it down, and, you know, it worked for about a week or 2 weeks or something like that, and then I started seeing bites again. Then I might start looking at conventional spots. So in that instance, I'd be looking into corners. Man, thing does not like the light. Anyway, so I'd be looking at where the ceiling meets the wall. When they are disturbed, they tend to go up. Might look into that corner there, on the other side of the room. Look into that place there. Just dig in a little bit more deeply and see if I can root out whether or not they have bugs. So in this instance, I performed the inspection, talking to the client, and hey, you know, I didn't observe any, good news, I didn't observe any activity in, you know, your space where you say you have them. I'm pretty confident. Now, pretty confident that you don't have bugs. We'll get into that at a later day. I am happy to treat for bugs if that is something that you want to do, but I honestly can't recommend it as a, you know, a move forward. It's rare that anyone will go on record and saying I am absolutely sure you do not have bed bugs. You're going to hear a lot of those qualifiers with I'm pretty sure, or you probably, or, you know, stuff like that. Just because, you know, bed bugs can be just about anywhere, places where it would be impractical for me to continue looking. There's nothing stop, let's say, from existing under this windowsill, right? A bed bug can fit into any space that is, you know, as wide as a business card. They can squeeze in there. I don't think anyone, or at least in my experience, no one has been super interested in me ripping apart their baseboards or taking down their window sills or their door jambs or anything like that, or punching holes in the drywall looking for bugs that we don't know are there. Sometimes the treatment can get that intense. But as far as initial inspections go, that seems like a bit of overkill. So I will always tell a client, hey, I didn't see anything. I don't see any evidence. If you want to proceed with the treatment, I'm into it. But I can't recommend it. And if they decide, hey, you know what? Thanks for coming out. You know, we're going to go ahead and that I feel a lot more relieved. Great. Glad I could help. If they say, hey, you know what? I'd really feel a lot better if we went ahead with the treatment as is. Okay, sounds good. You still get the same guarantee. You still get the same level of diligence in attempting to eradicate the bugs, because it's very embarrassing for me to be like, hey, I don't think you have bugs. Come in, do a treatment. All of a sudden, they come back with a bug that I might have missed. That would be very embarrassing for me to go through. So, yep, same diligence. No worries there. Whether you've got one bug or you've got 1,000 bugs, you know, top level effort goes in regardless of the situation there. Yeah, and those are things that if you aren't in the Spokane area and can't get a hold of me, those are things that you should definitely talk with your inspector about. Your inspector should always look for bugs, and they should always give you an assessment of what they found. If you can't be present for the inspection, I personally would, if they say that you have bugs, but they don't, I personally would ask for photographic evidence or where did you find them or anything like that. Um, I definitely, your inspector should do an inspection before you sign up for any sort of treatment protocol. Your inspector should be able to point out where it is they found bugs, where it is, and also give you reasonable treatment options as to what it is that they can do and what it is that needs to happen going forward. Yeah, that's just to protect yourself. Make sure that you're getting what you pay for. Make sure that you're the one making the calling the shots when it comes to what's happening in your own home. Other things to keep in mind: we're doing like your own personal inspections. Like if you're concerned about hotel rooms and stuff like that, a lot of hotel rooms will have headboards in this area here at the head of the bed. Check those for sure. That is where a lot of bugs make harborages in hotel and motel rooms. And that is because we hope that the hospitality service people are coming in and they're laundering the sheets and laundering, the bedding and stuff like that regularly, at least in between, guests and stuff like that. And so so most hotels are going to be most motel beds are going to be significantly more disruptive to bed bugs than maybe your own personal bed. I don't know how often you change your sheets. That's not my concern. So given that if the sheets are being taken off and the bugs are constantly being disrupted, that's not going to be a very desirable habitation spot for the bugs. The headboard, on the other hand, could definitely be. It could be put up once and then never moved again, never touched again, dusted once in a while. So bugs crawl up under there. They think it's great, and a wonderful place for them to make their harborage and lay their eggs and do their thing. Yeah, those are the big ones for an initial. I intend to do more videos going on later when it comes to establishing sort of infestation severity. Like, yeah, this inspection, I've been here talking, we've been taking breaks, stuff like that. It took me about, I've been recording for about 23 minutes or so. So, about 20 minutes in a reasonably put together sort of room. That can at least give me an initial notion of what it is I'm looking for. I definitely, if it was a large infestation, definitely would have seen something by now. If it was a minor infestation, probably would have seen something by now. If it's a single bug, that one may have gotten past me, given the inspection that I did, but not seeing anything and having an insistent client telling me, I've got something, will, get me to dig a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Were I to find evidence here, next step would be to inspect living room, additional bedrooms, stuff like that, just to get more of an idea as to the severity of the infestation. And we can go into that in a later video. Okay, great. Yeah, so this one, again, this was my a bedroom in my house. Still waiting for someone to get permission so that I can do a video in their home. If you know anyone who is in the Spokane area who's in dire need of a bedbug treatment, who's having a difficult time paying for it, and they are willing to allow me to film the process. Share the video with them. Get them in contact with me. My email is vicpest@gmail.com. Socials, they'll be down in the description. Connect with me, and we will work something out. In the meantime, I will be back. So coming up, specific information on how to protect yourself while traveling from bugs. I have a lot more to say on that. So your actual treatment, stuff like that, living room inspections, that kind of stuff. Also thinking about maybe doing a horror story. Some of the things that I've seen in the past. Believe me, whatever it is that, if there's someone out there who has an infestation, and you think that you've got the worst one that I've ever seen, you don't. I can almost, I'm almost certain that is the case. But unfortunately, I don't have any pictures or videos or any of that kind of stuff. But it'll just be me telling stories at that point. All right. I have rambled long enough. Please like, share, subscribe, do the YouTube things. And I will be back next week with another video. All right. Thanks again.